Good morning, everyone. It's Tess, and today is tip 189. I'm doing this in the car. I'm actually out on an adventure still, and I was actually hoping to do it outside, but I'm in an area with rain, and there's one area with dry chairs, and I tried to get started over there, but it's the smoking area, and the smokers came out, and that's not going to work for me. Good morning. Good morning, Thomas. Good to see you. I decided today I'm going to talk about making life exciting. And I looked up an article from Huffington Post, and it gave 8 tips and 8 ways on how to make your life more exciting. And I thought all of us could use a little bit of excitement, or maybe less excitement because of the past year and a half. This article was from 2017 from Mo Seetibim, and this person calls themselves the CEO of the Happiness Planner. The first thing that they kind of mentioned in this is, well, good morning, Thomas. The first thing they mentioned, the first tip in this article is that you need to pick a new hobby. And the reason they said pick a new hobby is that it actually releases stress, it adds joy to your life, it builds your confidence because you're gaining new skills, it lets you have new friends, it opens your eyes to new beauty, and it opens yourself to new plans, because say you took up hiking, you would have new friends you could hike with. You could take biking trips if you learned to bike. In my case, I'm actually going to be with Chris Nagel's team today because of some experiences through Doc V's challenge. I'm actually going to be training with him today. Take a class, a new hobby. Today, like I said, I'm going to be with Chris Nagel and team, so I'll get to meet in person people I haven't actually seen yet. It says taking a class is important because it's a learning, it's growing. Hi, Dolly, good to see you. The next item after, like we said, making life exciting is picking a new hobby or taking a class, or in some cases it's changing a job. And they said your work should be something that's exciting. And there is fear involved in changing jobs, but there's also, I've changed jobs a couple times in my life. I've generally not been at a job more than 10 years. Good morning, Lori. Oh, thank you. I know I actually just said this is part of what's going on with me right now is I will be training with Chris shortly, very shortly, probably less than 2 hours. So that's kind of the exciting thing too, and why I thought like talking about making life exciting, because I'm going to meet people today that I've been communicating with for probably a year and a half now, and it's kind of exciting, and it's an opportunity even for me that, like the third tip on this, making life exciting, is changing jobs. I'm looking at it as an opportunity to expand what I think my work could be and expand what I'm able to do, because retirement to me doesn't mean that I don't work, but I want to work in a way that is more close to my heart, more in sync with who I am as a person. So it's exciting. And that's kind of what made me think of this topic this morning, is it's exciting to kind of move forward. So it may be fearful to change jobs, and I'm going to say I've always been that fearful person, but this past year I jumped out and thought, if I'm stuck at home, I'm going to learn. And it is exciting. I am very excited to connect up with people who are doing things in a different way than I've done it before, and to learn from them. So it's very, very exciting. One of the things they said about changing jobs is the opportunities come to those who have their arms open wide. And we've had a lot of things closed for a long time, so it's time to open those arms and give ourselves a chance to experience new things. The fourth item they talked about is do something different. Move to a different industry. A different industry may be a different perspective on life, and I think that's true too. I'm seeing things differently. I'm even seeing things different in the area that has been my career my whole life. I'm seeing things from a different perspective because I've been trained my whole career on looking at losses for insurance companies, and projecting, and how do we protect the policyholders. And I mean, there's a whole area with that. But you know what? There's more out there and more things to be involved in, and it's exciting. The next item, number 5, is travel. And we all know travel is exciting. Someone from my group actually has been in multiple countries, knows multiple languages, and it's almost sad. It's almost amazing that she doesn't realize what a great gift that is. And she's an amazing person, amazing. But it made me see, like, to be able to speak 8 or 9 languages, to have lived in multiple countries, to experience life in different ways, because we all know something different about life. And to share the journey just makes it so much better. So it also says that if you move to another country, it creates a whole lot of growth, because you have to start at square one. You need a new network, you need a new job, you need new friends, you need a new location, you may need a new language. Culturally, there's big differences, and that actually helps us in so many ways. The next one is, and this might be harsh, but it says end a relationship. If you're in a relationship that's not mutually beneficial to the two of you, it may be time to end it. Nobody wants pain or hurt, and if you can come together and build it stronger, by all means, that's what you want to do. But if it is destructive to both of you, then maybe it is time to move on. You want what's best for everybody in your life and those around you. You don't want to be hard or painful, but you do want to do what's in everybody's best interest. The last thing, number 8, I said I'm going to be doing again today, which kind of connects with every tip that I've said so far today, but it says new friends, new people. So almost in Dr. V's words, you want to expand your comfort circle. You want to allow people in your life that have done things that maybe you want to do, and they can direct you to get there faster because they've already walked the path that you're about to walk. So don't be afraid. I know some of us are afraid, and some of us are well past ready to get out and experience life. I'll run through these tips again before I sign off, but make your life exciting, make it meaningful. Don't come to the end day and wonder what you missed out on. As these 8 tips are, the first one is pick a new hobby, because you'll meet new people, you'll build confidence by gaining new skills, and you may also open a network so that you can go on trips with people that are, like in my case, I learned to do road biking once, and I ended up doing 300-mile bicycle rides in one weekend for Make-A-Wish, and that was exciting. I really had a good time doing that. Number 2, a pointer is, if it's not a new hobby, maybe it's a new class. And like today, I'm going to training with Chris Noggle. So that there's learning. Learning to me is exciting. I love to learn. It's always been like that with me. I love it. I love experiencing things I haven't experienced before. So for me, I'm all in for that. Actually, my problem is probably I take on too much. The next one is change jobs. I'm going to say that I think that's important too, because I think people get caught in a rut. I found that in changing jobs, I think that the people that stay with the job for 17, 20, 30 years, they become close, and in some cases don't even really understand truly a job, because they've worked through it for 17 years and they're not able to step away from it. What one of my former bosses used to call it is that they see the tree, but they can't see the forest. And I think some of us are guilty of that. Do something different, and it says you may want to change industries altogether. Maybe it's time to see, if you're an accountant, maybe you want to be an investor. Maybe you want to do things differently so that you can. Maybe you want to engineer. Maybe you want to teach a class. Maybe you want to become a professor. There's so many things. Good morning, everybody. I see a few people out there. Good morning. But experience life differently and step out, because it is fun and it is very exciting. Travel is always a good thing. They came up with another tip, which was about going to another country, because not only do you get to experience life in a different way, you almost have to start at square one. You have to build a new network. You have to build new friends. You have to build everything around you is totally new and fresh. You may even have to learn a new language. Then the 7th tip was it sounded and felt harsh, but it said you may have to end a relationship. It may be time to move on. If you can't help each other, if you're not supporting each other, then it might be time to move on. And then number 8 was new friends and new people. And most of us in this group have met new friends and new people. And like I said, today I'm off to meet up with Chris Noggle's team, so I'll be meeting new people. Oh, thanks, Thomas. And I'm going to end with the quote that they had in this article that I thought was really, really important. Embrace life, cherish your time, and create memories through experiences. And I'll just kind of mention, Lori posted in the Transform Your Life group a connection to the experience, which is something Chris is doing, and August, so you might want to take a look at that, because that's an opportunity to meet up with some of us too. So you guys have an amazing day. I'm off for my adventure, and I hope you guys have something to be excited about today. Have a beautiful day, and thank you.